We are using the lunch break where everybody is now eating, we are starving, but we decided to go on with the hard work and introduce an interesting startup idea. Go ahead guys and introduce yourself. Who are you and what are you doing?
I'm Benedict, working for Tagcrumbs.
And Cornelius, co-founder of Tagcrumbs.
So you founded it together, or?
It's basically us two and another co-founder. We're all three Germans and
3 Germans spread around the world.
Exactly. Like I'm studying or finishing my studies in Ireland and Galway, and Sasha is another guy. He's working full time in Germany in Sindelfingen. And
I'm based in Paris, basically.
So you're already heading for the international markets, right?
We're trying that, yeah. I mean, if you start like that, then it makes sense to start in different languages, and that's what we try to do. And that's...
So what's the idea?
Tagcrumbs is about like social placemarking. So I'm coming to Geneva to the LIFT conference, which is an awesome place, and like I want to explore Geneva. I want to do a photo walk, go around Geneva. I've been here last year, but I really couldn't remember all the things I've been there. The cool restaurants, cool places, and like the World Intellectual Property Organization is just 100 meters away from here. And it's good to know and good to go there.
So what is the difference to existing tools like Google Maps or whatever, or say yourself, who are your main competitors?
Don't really want to talk about main competitors. I think what we offer people is really a way to build a mini community of people that you know and share places that you care about. So we heard it before that people are often looking for little conversation starters, so little stories that you find around the place. I don't know, here in Geneva they have, for example, an official chestnut tree, and whenever that blooms, that means that winter's over and spring just begins. And so you start looking for little things that might give you some interesting information about the places you visit.
Okay, so it's not only about places, but the stories behind them.
Actually, yeah, it's always like around the context. Like this is a conference center, and we want to sense everything around, everything the location data. Like adding some text to a place. That's like can also be the hole in the street, like fixmystreet.com. It's like just a community that's focusing on interacting with the municipality, like citizen engagement and reporting about the location, about the city, about the neighborhood, and reporting it on Tagcrumbs, and then getting some meaning, community around it.
That's a tough job you've chosen, like, because you have to acquire a lot of people to share their ideas, or do I get it wrong?
No, I think that's basically right. What our idea is to move from the web where we are right now to more mobile platforms. That means that people will then be able to use it as like an address book on the go. So whenever you are somewhere, you see something interesting, you hear a story, someone shows you around a city and basically lets you participate, and you can just tag it real quick. So it should be an address book on the go then in the end.
So you have a mobile version of your product?
Like we are having already a running prototype for the iPhone application, for the iPhone platform, and like from the beginning, the mobile web was always our focus, and we always had in mind the mobile web. It's a big trend. It's becoming like more obvious in 2 or 3 years from now, but we started with the web application with the platform concept because it was easier for us to get the first feedback, to develop the API and all the basic technology in the background, and then so. In the next months we are working more on the iPhone application, and definitely a big step.
Talking about backgrounds, what are your personal backgrounds? Why did you choose to run a startup?
Basically, that's another thing why we're here at LIFT. We both met at LIFT last year. That was the first time we got together and we shared some ideas. And basically we come from different backgrounds, so Cornelius and Sasha, who can't be here at the moment, they are both from a more informatics and technological background, having studied that, and I'm from a business background basically.
Okay. So you've met here, and how did it come that you decided to go for that idea?
I met Sasha at a bar camp in Germany in Mannheim, and then we are also like doing a little bit brainstorming, talking about ideas, and I always had, like, because of my studies abroad in Canada and in the US, always some typical entrepreneurial background and more motivation to do things, to start something and build a platform around it and play around with ideas. And then I had Ben in the, we were talking about, oh, maybe we are two developers. I've also kind of business background, but we need another person. First we thought about a designer, but the designer is maybe more wants to work in different projects, and then we need the business guy, and so Ben was the perfect match I had in my memory.
So what does the business guy has in mind for revenue models?
Basically they're different. We have a couple of things in mind. The most obvious that most people think about when you talk about web applications is an advertisement-based revenue model, but there are a couple of other things that we're thinking about. So there might be paid mobile applications. There might be possibilities. There might be possibilities to integrate our service into other sites. There are a couple of interesting things going on with API uses now, and then there's obviously highly targeted mobile advertisement, which is still a little bit a thing of the future, but I think we'll get there.
Okay. And the goal for this year?
The goal for this year is getting more feedback, more user, more interesting places, and maybe focusing on big cities like Berlin to get there a nice community playing around with, recommending places, and figuring out what's new, what's going on in your city, getting the context, and mobile, of course, mobile, the iPhone application, pushing this to the next steps, and yeah. We have a big roadmap, also API use cases with vertical applications, talking to about some corporations with maybe magazines or something.
So lots of goals, I see. I wish you a lot of energy for that. And yeah, thank you Benedikt, thank you Cornelius for sharing your idea.
Thanks.